Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lutz. Mayor Pro Tem Lutz.
Is he online? Okay, present.
Mayor Dr. Sanchez.
Present, thank you.
I'm here.
Wonderful, thank you. City Manager, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Mayor, the only change is I noted the certificate of recognition for the food service program is not going to happen today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's get started with the invocation. Councilmember Elias, can you please lead us?
Please stand. Heavenly Father, we seek your blessing on the task before us. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom, our work with clarity and accuracy, and our decisions with impartiality. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing. Councilmember Camacho, can you lead us, please?
Please face our flag. Ready to begin?
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We have a special presentation this evening for our Sheriff's Explorer program. Is it a presentation or just a presentation of certificate? Captain, I'll pass it over to you.
Yes, so we have a two-part presentation. The first part is our explorers. We have had a number of our explorers age out, and so Deputy Perez has really gone to great lengths with his partners, Deputy Sepulveda and Deputy Rodriguez, to grow our Explorer program. And these are young people who have an interest in the law enforcement community and are not only a part of our department, but they're also a part of our city. And so we have a brief video presentation, and I wanted to introduce you to our future of our city as well as our sheriff's department. So we're very, very proud of them. So as most of you, Mayor Sanchez, as you recall, we had our first all-female honor guard that was present at our young ladies luncheon, and we will be having our young men also have an honor guard. So I think it's just really neat to introduce city council and city staff to this amazing group of young folks, and we are looking forward to several years with them, and we actually have had a couple of them recently that have gone through the process and have become deputy sheriffs. So it's really great to see our future, unfolding in front of us. So wanted to introduce you to them.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause for all their success this year. Thank you so much for all of your hard work, and thank you, the young women that served as the color guard. It is very difficult. They have to stand for a long period of time. It doesn't seem that long, but they're holding the flag, arms extended. And I know it's very important for us to perform that salute, and looking forward to the young boys. That's going to be on October 15th, so you have some time to prepare. I also have a certificate of recognition. I was told that Deputy Perez, our
Yes, that-
leader,
Yep,
will
that
be
was going to be our
promoted.
second part.
Go ahead, yes.
So the second part of our presentation, wherever there is something good, those great people always move on. And so Deputy Jesus Perez has been part of our Pico Rivera station and city family for the past 8 years. And he spent, a couple years working in patrol, 3 years as the parks deputy. So many of you remember him from that. And then he moved on into our community relations position. So he's been responsible for all of our station clergy, our civilian volunteers, all of our youth programs, including the Explorers, as well as Pride, our station charitable giving campaigns like the 999 for Kids, the Special Olympics, Tip a Cop. He is in charge of our scholarship fund, where he gives out scholarships every year to students, and then our Youth Activities League, which is a after-school program for our youth. So for those in the community, have seen him at almost every city event that we have. Our toy drives, backpack giveaways, you've seen him at Christmas, Halloween, Easter, our torch run, Coffee with the Cop, our neighborhood watch, and then our national night out. He was recently the recipient of the MAD Award for his contributions to educating our youth on the dangers of drunk driving, and that was drinking and driving. And so that was something that we were able to do recently, is recognize him for that. He's been an amazing part of our station. His wife and their 3 children are here tonight. They are definitely a law enforcement family and know what it's like to sacrifice so that we can do what we do here. Just example, Deputy Perez was at National Night Out when his wife gave birth to their son. He said, "I'll be right there." And his son came before Deputy Perez got there. That just shows you the dedication to our station. And then shortly after, he brought his daughters back through the hallways, and we thought, wait a second, didn't you just have a baby? And he goes, yeah, I just want to check on everybody. I mean, he truly, his heart and soul is at this station. But I am proud to announce that he has accepted a position as a promotion to a detective. So he will be transferring to Lakewood Station as a detective. So we wanted to just take a few minutes and wish him well and thank him for all of his service to our city. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And Deputy Perez, I have a certificate of appreciation here officially. It says, presented in recognition for your 8 years of dedication and commitment to the community while serving at the Pico Rivera Sheriff Station. In honor on behalf of the city of Pico Rivera, signed by myself, the mayor. So we appreciate you, wish you much luck. It's a bittersweet. We hate to see you go, but we want to congratulate you and thank you.
And we do have a short little video clip that we put together.
yeah.
The city put it together.
Deputy Perez, you know, my reaction when I heard of your promotion, I was a little disappointed, but that's the selfish part of me. You, for the last 4 years, have been great. I've worked with you, I've seen what you've done, and you know what? It's amazing. You deserve that promotion. You deserve any promotion that you get, but we're going to miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I just want to thank our explorers that are here today. There's a great group of young men and women that you definitely have a future in law enforcement, and a community like ours that supports our law enforcement. There's definitely a future. And Deputy Perez, I mean, it is bittersweet, no doubt. It's one of those things that, especially folks in your position that engage with the community so much, and when you hear the community feedback as to your work and your dedication and commitment, and obviously illustrated by the fact that you were not with your wife during this time, shows a lot about your commitment. And so, again, congratulations. It was only a matter of time, but you've definitely left a mark here in our city, and we thank you and congratulate you, and you'll always have a home here in Pico Rivera.
Thank you. I'll take after my colleague, and I'll thank the Explorers for all your dedication, for all the hours that you spent within this community. You know, I went to the 4th of July event that we had, and there were multiple children that went missing. And these guys were running the park. They were running the park, but their face of determination of finding this child was second to none. And I want to thank you for your commitment. You know, I'm sure you're going to be successful in whatever you do, whether you choose a career in law enforcement or anything else. You're really the brightest part of our community because you're willing to put others first, and you're willing to be, you know, the LAPD has twice a citizen, right? So I'm going to have to copy that. Twice a citizen, because you really are. You're putting yourselves, you're putting others ahead of yourself. If any of you need a letter of recommendation or school or for that next step, feel free to contact the city office. I'll be happy to write you a letter of recommendation of the hours and the commitment you spend so that when you advance to your next level, hopefully we can give you a helping hand. Officer Perez, I think I met you, I want to say like 7-8 years ago. I randomly did a ride-along, and I wanted to get to know my city better from a perspective of Pico Rivera Sheriff. And we spent at least 4 or 5 hours in a patrol car. And it was weird. It was a Saturday morning and we had no calls. But it was the best because we drove to all the spots where things transpire, where the cars are left off that are stolen, where there's homelessness, not just typically in the street or the riverbed, but in the Lowe's parking lot, and all the drama that they have amongst themselves in the community. And it really, really showed me a different aspect of this community. I, too, like Councilmember Elias, I'm selfish because I hate to see you go, but you've had a lasting impact on this community. You are going to be missed 110%. And to your little daughters, you have an amazing father. And to your wife, you have a really great husband. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Lutz, would you like to say something?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Well, I'd like to congratulate the young ladies of the Explorer program. You are definitely model citizens, up and coming for the city of Pico Rivera, and you make us proud. And just as you make us proud, Deputy Perez, you have made our community proud for nearly a decade. The relentless hours that you've spent helping our youth, whether it's the Pride program or whether it's the Explorer program, you definitely sacrifice a lot of your personal time to enrich our community. And we're blessed to have you for the years that we have you, and we look forward to seeing you elevate in your career well into the future. Thank you, Deputy Perez, for being a part of Pico Rivera.
Thank you. If you come up, please, we have a certificate for you. And then also, we would like to take one with your explorers as well. Yes. Explorers, come up, just the two of you, and then have the explorers too. Yeah, your wife?
Yeah. Let's do that one first.
The family?
Come on up. It's okay, it happens. Thank you. Right. Thank you.
Get closer.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Come on up, explorers. What's going on here? Just okay. The little daughter.
If you see the back of someone's head, then I can't see you. Okay, there we go.
You look in front.
You guys join us. You guys are part of the team. I'm gonna take two photos, because I'm gonna turn this into a panoramic. I won't get you all in one shot. So, you guys wanna jump in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, they're there, so. Don't move. Yes, you guys are gonna bring, or, well, yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna fit you. So, don't move, because I'm gonna take two photos and stitch them later. That's awesome. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now just one with the explorers. Oh, no. Well, you guys, sorry. Without counsel.
Non-council.
Without counsel. I don't- One, two, three. I have a request, Captain.
6:35 for
Can I just get you and Captain?
Yes.
7:15.
Oh, yeah, lieutenant as well. One with lieutenant as well. With our lieutenant.
Okay.
So just that one and then we'll. Thank you. Okay, next we'll move on to our public comment. I'd like to remind we have a few individuals in here this evening. Public comment is 3 minutes per person regarding items on the agenda or items of city business. First, I'd like to call up Lauren Talbot regarding library updates.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Lauren Talbot, and I'm the Community Library Manager at Pico Rivera Library and Rivera Library. Here are the latest library updates. Pico Rivera Library continues to offer free take-home COVID PCR tests, as well as free COVID rapid tests. Drop by the library to pick some up, or you can call to schedule a pickup. Smarty Pants story time for kids ages 2 to 5 resumes this Friday at 11 a.m. Please visit our website or call the library to register. Rivera Library will be closed all day on Tuesday, August 30th for a scheduled power outage. We'll reopen on Wednesday, September 1st at our regular time, 12 p.m. Rivera Library will also be closed on Monday, September 5th for Labor Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up Johnny Torres from Soledad Enrichment Action, SEA.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and council members, for the invite and the time. It's good to see people again. I got used to just seeing all these little boxes for such a long time. But I came here tonight because I've had a real honor and blessing. I work for Soledad Enrichment Action, which is a nonprofit that's been in existence since 1972, started by the Concerned Mothers of East LA. I'm a program coordinator providing intervention services, originally through District 1, covering East LA all the way to La Puente. And thankfully, Janice Hahn took a real close eye to the services that we were bringing into District 1, and she just recently funded us to provide these services in District 2, and particularly the city of Whittier and Pico Rivera. So what we do is we offer an array of services. There's two parts of it. One is to engage high-risk, vulnerable youth and their families and provide them with supportive services, whether it be, say, if they're on probation or parole, whatever kind of requirements they need, whether anger management, domestic violence, substance abuse, community service, tattoo removal, we could provide all those services for free. We have youth mentorship programming, we got tutoring, we got art programming. There's just an array of services that we provide, anything that we could do to redirect the young youth in a positive direction. But we also do crisis response. We have our victims of crime advocate that will actually walk the families through the process if they should become a victim of crime, whether it be loss of wages, relocation, hospital expenses, or worst case scenario, we raise about $12,000 when it comes to funeral expenses. But our goal is to offer all those other services before, it comes to the worst case scenario. We have a close relationship with Third Street Sheriff Department. They notify us of crisis, City of Industry Sheriff, and also Willowbrook Compton Sheriff. So I'm hoping to build a good relationship with Pico Rivera Sheriff. And once again, we're funded by Janice Hahn to bring these services to Pico Rivera. I just want you to make y'all aware of us, that we're here. We got our flyers on the table, my contact numbers on there, along with my email. Please reach out to us. If there's any families or that you could think, or any schools that you think that could benefit from the services I just mentioned, I just want to let you know, make you all aware of us and let you know we're here and we're here to serve. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have your brochures as well. We'll share it. Thank you. Next, I want to call up Sita Rodriguez regarding parking.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and gentlemen. My name is Zita Rodriguez, and I have lived in the city for longer than any of you have been here. I have been here over 50 years, and I have been watching my city because I wanted to improve, and you know what? It has improved. But lately, you have let your chores go because I think Mr. Raul Elias spoke about parking. I was going to speak about parking on that 45 unit. I think that's going up on Durfee. It's disgusting to say that there's going to be ample parking because you figure 45 units, each person is going to have a car. If each person has a car, you're going to have 2 cars. That's 90 cars. That's 90. cars parking in that area. I'm ashamed that the residents are not here to complain, because that's going to be a terrific problem for them. I know it is, because look at the area on San Gabriel Boulevard and Rose Street on Catherine. The cars are parked all around the street. And you can't tell me that they don't belong to those units there. I don't know how many units they have, but it's going to be ridiculous. Look at my area. I live on Citronelle. Even the residents have a problem with parking, and I think something should be done about it. I have a neighbor to my right with 6 cars. I have a neighbor to my left with 5 cars. Across the street, 4 cars. I have 1 car, and 2 other neighbors have 1 car. We cannot park on the sidewalk because they think they own it because their cars are always parked there. That's ridiculous. You should make a permit on these cars that are these people that have 3 or 4 cars. If they can't park them in the garage, in the driveway, then they should get a permit to park them in the street. And another thing, I think I already brought the incident to Mike Garcia regarding the flags on the corner of Rosamond and Whittier. Your people are not watching the city very carefully, because I had an ordinance made up about 3 years ago. Gustavo was here when I had that ordinance made up. And I was here. I had to come 3 months to every meeting to fight for that ordinance, to take down those flags that make the city look disgusting. I'm ashamed that you haven't done anything about them, but I think they're working on them. Isn't that right, Mr. Gustavo?
That's correct.
And I still see 4 or 5. There used to be like 8 of them. And it really brings the city down. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. We do have an ad hoc as well, so Mr. Garcia, we can follow up with Ms. Rodriguez. Thank you for coming in. Next, I'd like to call up Emmanuel and Sandoval, and I believe Monique. Are you husband and wife? Would you like to come up together or separate topics? Emmanuel? Yeah, come on up.
My wife just is going to donate her time if I go past the 3 minutes.
Is that okay, City Clerk? Yeah, okay.
So I'm here today to speak in regards to the 255-unit project that's going off of Rosemead and Washington. So we live just off of Calton View, just right in the block behind the proposed project. We had a chance to speak to the developers 2 weeks ago and ask them some questions regarding their development. One of the questions that primarily intrigued me was regarding the zoning code. So the current municipal code for mixed-use zones allow for 30 dwelling units per acre by right. Additionally, note number 14 in that code states, shall not be developed with more than 1 dwelling unit for each 1,450 square feet of lot area. The project is asking for a zone code specific plan amendment to allow for 91 dwelling units per acre. So that's about a 300% increase in the allowable zone, what is allowed in the zoning code. So my question is, under what pretense is the city considering allowing such an extreme increase in allowable density, especially given the fact that this project is proposing only 5% affordable units up to 255? The zoning code that I could think of, there's no state assembly bill or assembly bill that allows you to increase that extreme amount of density without proposing 100% affordable units. So again, 300% increase in the allowable density, but yet 5% affordable units. So I'm here today to ask, and for you guys to consider, I know this is going to go to like a vote coming up soon, and I think we really need to understand how this is going to be considered and allowed, and then if there's going to be like a town hall for more information to come out in it. I think we only got informed from a mailer that this was going up, so it's pretty shocking that this is almost on the cusp of getting built with that 300% increase in density. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Director Garcia, will there be another hearing regarding this matter?
Not that I'm aware of.
Can you collect the information for Mr. and Ms. Sandoval for future information as well? Thank you. Do we have anyone online, on the line, that would like to speak? Can you please call the first?
Jose Sanchez. Jose Sanchez.
Yeah, this is Jose Sanchez. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I didn't join in to comment this time, so just letting you know, so I'm passing on to the next one.
No? Okay. We did receive your email correspondence regarding, if you can read that, City Clerk? Well, I don't have the exact document in front of me, but we did receive an email of your public comment. Do you
Right,
have any-
thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any other speakers? None? Okay, thank you. That is all for our public comment this evening. Next, we'll move on to our consent calendar. We have items number 1 through 12. Do we have a motion to approve these items?
I'd like to I'd like a matter of clarification for item 11.
Okay.
So in Mr. Sanchez's public comment, which I thought deserves at least a response or a rebuttal because it was a good point. In regards to the CIP, the Whittier Boulevard overlay and the median redevelopment, it starts at Paramount, and he's claiming that in the CIP in item 11, it's just going up to Durfee. But he points out that, hey, there's an area past Durfee to the bridge, past Clearmans, I don't know what street that is, that needs to be developed also. Is that area going to be developed? And yeah.
Yes, council member. There's two phases to this project. The first phase is what you're approving tonight, which would include the median landscaping from Paramount all the way to the east border, including the overlay from Paramount to Durfee. We have already awarded an overlay project from Durfee to the end of the city border. We're just coordinating to make sure that, first of all, we get it coordinated, we get the medians in before we overlay the entire area. So the entire project will be done from Paramount to the end of the border.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Councilmember Elias, yes.
Yes, I want to pull out number 8 for discussion. Is it a question?
I'd like to make a motion to approve all other items.
Okay, motion to approve item number 1, all except number 8.
I second.
Okay, can we have a roll call? All in favor? Or, yes, roll call vote, sorry.
Councilmember Elias.
Yes.
Councilmember Camacho.
Yes.
Councilmember Lara.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Lutz.
Yes.
Mayor Dr. Sanchez.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Yes, regarding item number 8, discussion?
Yes. There were some discussions about the new design of the Smith Park Swimming or Aquatic Center. And the Councilman Lara had talked about the fact of making it more community friendly. Okay, the swimming, the Aquatic Center was built for the Olympics. And, obviously what you wanted to do was make it more family friendly with a children's pool and so on. My question is, are we following that plan, or is it?
As far as I know, the RFP is incorporating all of that. They're going to bring back a number of designs. I think one design is going to be where we don't do anything, and then a few other designs will be where we incorporate various amenities for children, for seniors, things of that nature. So we'll be able to have a variety to choose from, but then also we're going to put those in front of the community and see what they want.
Could you briefly describe, because right now it's just one swimming pool, what were you talking about in terms of satisfying the community?
Sure. Well, I've been to some other communities, whether it's their YMCAs or whether it's their community pools, where they've incorporated water playgrounds and also a hydroaerobic area for seniors, where seniors can walk in water that's a little bit more rapid, for lack of a better term, but yet it allows them to exercise. So it allows a variety of formats so that our community, seniors, children, and also middle-aged adults or people who also want to do lap swimming can also have those. But then it's also a holistic approach because we're taking into consideration the fact that the high school is going to have a swimming pool. It's going to be on pass-ins. They want that to be open to the community. We're getting a new aquatic center right off the 605 freeway and Washington, the LA County Center, and that's going to be a large-size swimming pool. So we're trying to take all that into consideration. But this RFP does incorporate that.
Thank you.
Councilmember Camacho.
Yeah, Mayor, thank you. I just wanted to add to that. I know in discussion being in the infrastructure, I had a committee with Councilmember Lara. The conversation came out of that committee, this recommendation came out of the committee. And initially, yes, there was thought of just keeping the same footprint, but to Councilmember Lara's credit, bringing forward with the staff, saying, look, this is an opportunity for us to relook at this. There's no need for us to have an Olympic-sized pool. But I think this new footprint that we're looking at will be much more servicing the needs of our community. So to Councilmember Lara's credit, we're moving this forward. So I think this could be great.
And it was just what, we have money for this project. Through the hard work of staff, through the hard work of council, we have money. Through the hard work of our state legislators, we have money to do this and to also make sure that we have, clean, appropriate lockers for women, for men, for a family room, because I've been there as a single person, and I've been there with a family with little kids and trying to navigate just that changing room area, and I look forward to what's the next step.
And it's unfortunate that the pool will not be open in 2023 because this level of construction and design takes time. But I do believe that once we're done with this pool, it's going to be something the community is going to be proud of and have a sense of pride because it's going to be one of a kind in the region, no doubt about that.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve item number 8.
Second?
Okay. Roll call vote?
Councilmember Elias?
Yes?
Councilmember Camacho?
Yes.
Councilmember Lara?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Lutz?
Yes.
Mayor Dr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next, we go on to our city manager report.
None at this time.
Thank you. We have our good of the order, AB 1234 reports, new business and old business. I remind my colleagues, we may not discuss items that have not been agendized. If you'd like to begin, Mayor Pro Tem.
None at this time, Madam Mayor. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Camacho?
I don't have any items other than to say I know our Parks Director is not here, but once again, what another Summerfest concert on Friday. Kudos to the entire team, from our sheriff to all our staff, but this was another very exciting, they just keep getting better. And so congratulations to staff once again for an awesome and safe event that happened on Friday.
Councilmember Elias?
I just wanted to respond to the public comment regarding the parking. We have an ad hoc meeting scheduled for Thursday, and that item is going to be on the agenda. We're going to be inviting the developers and discussing the whole parking situation. The Planning Commission basically assigned it to us, and then we'll be making the recommendations after we discussed it to the council. So again, I just wanted to let you know that we're on it. Okay. I am a member of I'm a trustee of our Los Angeles County mosquito abatement district here. And I think some of you received the press release that indicated that they found a mosquito with the West Nile virus in Pico Rivera. Now, it's a matter of concern because annually we have a mosquito infestation that occurs on Passons Boulevard, and it's a serious one. It's a serious one. The other situation that we have to take a look at is that Whittier, in the city of Whittier, they found 7. They found 7 mosquitoes with it, and in Santa Fe Springs, they found 4. Now, what I did was I contacted our ad hoc leader on health, Councilman Lara, in hopes that the city and the school district would get together and discuss how we can address this situation and how we can. Now, I have the staff of the center prepared and waiting for a meeting in there. Councilman, what is the status of that?
I'm waiting for a call back, but I want to tell you that over the weekend, I noticed that the city was very proactive in regards to getting out social media advertising in regards to the infection. Unfortunately, someone came down with West Nile virus. It's happened before within our community. I remember taking care of a gentleman at the intensive care. He was actually one of my in-laws. He was their neighbor, and he's doing well. But I'm sorry that I get back to the topic. But there were several social media postings on the infection and what we're doing as a city. Sorry.
The group has been very effective in educating communities on how to deal with this. And I'm hoping that we could schedule some kind of town hall in cooperation with the district where the staff there can answer questions and also provide a strategy in terms of trying to deal with with the potential of this.
I think what would be appropriate is tapping into the school district and tapping into vector control and then putting together frequently asked questions and sending that home with the students so that not only are the students educated, but also the families in regards to the risk of West Nile virus and things that they can do to mitigate mosquito bites and also abatement.
Okay. The second item is, and again, this is what I'm doing, is that I'm getting community reaction on this, is Mr. City Manager, is it possible to invite the Corps of Engineers over here to discuss the 1,000-year flood that they predicted that's going to occur? Because again, our facilities were supposed to be prepared for the 500-year, okay?
We will reach out to them. I think they were here about a month ago. We'll see if they can come out again and do another presentation to council.
Yeah, but they didn't take into consideration the prediction of the storm.
Sure, we'll see if they have an expert on staff too.
Okay. Thank you. I had also a notification from a number of residents around the mines, Paramount, that there's a sinkhole in the intersection that is growing. And they've indicated to me that they've looked in the hole and it is a sinkhole. So they were pleased asking for someone to check on it to see the extent, but it seems to be growing. Okay, and that's.
Thank you. Councilman Camacho.
Just one point, Councilmember Elias brought up regarding the West Nile virus, and as Councilmember Lotto mentioned, as far as it's something that has happened in the past. I've sat in this agency before, and I was waiting. Basically, just want to make sure that we have the opportunity here to let the community know that one thing that can be done today, tomorrow, is standing water. That's really what it comes down to. Standing water breeds these mosquitoes, and so we need to make sure that you don't have any standing water. And the standing water cannot just be pots. It's just little pockets of areas where even your sprinkler system can create, even though we don't know rain, but just that would be the essential basic thing that we can do today. Just look at where standing water might be so we can reduce that and mitigate that impact. So thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you. Councilmember Lara.
I have nothing to report under AB 1234, but I just want to make a brief comment. Yesterday, the Governor Gavin Newsom, he vetoed Senate Bill 57. And Senate Bill 57 is something that would have allowed safe areas for drug usage within our communities. And it would take place within San Francisco, Los Angeles, Oakland, where clinics, if you could call them that, would open up to allow people to enter and to use heroin under a safe environment. I think New York City's done a good job with some of these. I think some other communities in Europe have done a good job. But I'm greatly concerned that this SB 57 will come back later because this is a potential presidential election year for the governor. That's why I think he vetoed it. I would not want to see one of these clinics open up in our community because I believe California doesn't have the infrastructure to support this. My fear would be that there would be housing, that there would be encampments around such facilities, that you would see an increase in deaths as a result of people around these sites. And we don't have the proper infrastructure in regards to homelessness. In California, we insist upon housing first, where I believe that we should go with the New York model of shelter first. And everyone has a right to shelter. Housing comes later. And we need to get people off the streets. We need to get people off the streets. And I'd hate to see one of these clinics come to the city of Pico Rivera because it comes with good intentions. We all want to help. We realize there's a drug addiction issue. We realize it's a public health issue. But without the proper infrastructure involved, it can get out of hand really quick. And I'd be interested in putting up a moratorium in regards to making sure that one of these facilities do not come to our community without the consent of City Council. Thank you.
Thank you. I just have a few brief updates myself. Today I was able to attend a Mayor's Roundtable with our Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, with our city manager as well as staff. And we discussed the Whittier Narrows Dam Mitigation Project, as well as funding opportunities, which she mentioned we can go online to bill.gov, and there's a lot of projects regarding funding available regarding infrastructure, a lot of federal opportunities right now for us, and we have a great relationship, fortunately, with her staff. Second, I attended last week futsal demonstration as well as autographs with the Roldan brothers, Alex, Christian, and Cesar Roldan. And Councilmember Elias was there as well as a few of our commissioners. So that was a wonderful event. The brothers went out and played on the futsal soccer court at Pico Park and signed autographs, took pictures with babies and dogs and all the kids. And it was such a great event for our community. And then in the evening, I attended a Dodgers game where the bus picked us up at Pico Park, and we had a nice ride. They dropped us off in a convenient location. Dodgers won 7-0, and then the bus picks us up on the way home. So we do have another Dodgers night coming up on September 20th. All ages are welcome. You don't have to worry about parking, traffic. You just jump on the bus and go. So I want to let the community know tickets are available. And that was a fun event for all of us Dodger fans. And then September 16th, we're going to have a concert, another concert, Fiestas Patrias, which we approved for mariachi. Community members have been asking me, Monica, what about mariachi? When are the mariachi coming? So we're going to have mariachi and Flocorico come back in honor of right before El Grito, which is the Mexican Independence Day. So that's a great event that'll be coming up, and you'll get more information via social media. And then finally, we will be, on this Friday, we are going to have a renaming of the Avenida Vicente Fernandez. So that will be at 10 a.m. outside of the sports arena. That's really exciting in honor of Vicente Fernandez's passing. So he's an icon and has performed many times at the sports arena. So we're excited about that. And we invite the community and media to come out, and we'll be there. Lastly, that's it for my report, but I would like to close in memory of a role model and mentor of mine, Ms. Carmen Ramirez. She was a Ventura County supervisor and a former graduate of El Rancho High School, class of '66. She grew up in Pico Rivera. Her father was a veteran, a World War II veteran. And she was, although she moved to Ventura County, she was an attorney, worked in legal aid, and very strong supporter of the migrant worker, farm worker community. So I would like to adjourn in memory of her. Do we have a photo that we can put up that we can show the community?
Their file is corrupted.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, we have, I just want to close in memory of Carmen Ramirez today. And unfortunately, she was hit by a truck and unexpectedly passed in a tragic way. So please keep her and your family in your prayers. And she was a great community member, resident, and moved on to greater things. So Carmen Ramirez, there are many articles in the LA Times, as well as Ventura County newspaper. So please, let's keep her in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you. This meeting adjourned.